When I was growing up, we had a pet cat and few chickens at home. They always loved my mom the best and followed her everywhere. They would walk behind her back and forth, wherever she went, in and out of the house. We kids did the same. We mostly followed mom wherever she was. Whichever room she was in, we were there too. Even when she left the house, the pets and us kids followed her, feeling we belonged to her. We knew that she loved us and that by being with her, we were safe. She was our protector and shelter, and we felt no harm would come to us if we were by her side. And today's reading speaks of another kind of following. The gospel points out two men from the crowd who seek to follow Jesus. They don't want to be just onlookers or following him like pets do. They seem more interested in following Jesus more closely, loving him more dearly, and knowing him more intimately. One person comes up to Jesus and decides to follow the Master wherever he goes, while the other decides to follow Jesus but has priorities that he needs to consider. And Jesus challenges the second man to follow him, but to leave his family concerns of burying the dead behind. In ancient Rome, it was a custom to bury all individuals because it was believed that not burying a body would negatively affect the soul in the afterlife. And given this belief, the Roman practice of denying burial to executed criminals is especially tragic. And among the Jewish community, burial is a sacred obligation, and taking care of parents and attending to their funerals are the final acts of filial love that children should fulfill. And additionally, burying non-relatives is considered a charitable deed within the community. Could Jesus be unmindful of this sacred duty? Could he not concede to a prospective disciple a delay of few hours so he could first do the last rites due to his dead father? It is hardly conceivable that the compassionate Jesus would not consider someone to perform a sacred obligation. From all indications, the would-be disciple's father is not dead yet. What the man wishes is for Jesus to permit him to wait first for his father's death whenever that happens, so that he can provide for his funeral and then follow Jesus peacefully. It's natural for us to seek comfort, to look for equilibrium, or to avoid confrontation. We detest uncertainties that make us very anxious. Whatever it is that makes us comfortable, consciously and unconsciously, we seek it. It could be material, emotional, or physical comfort. We all seek our comfort zones. For Jesus, this is too much attachment. And following Jesus is urgent and immediate and requires an active response. We are not given the choice to postpone our decisions and actions. And when we do God's work, we put our heart and mind into it. There is no guarantee of a roof over one's head or shelter from the weather. One must be willing to go wherever and whatever it costs. We give the best of ourselves to fulfill what God wants us to accomplish. Question for us to ponder is, how do we continue to respond to Jesus' call to follow him? Can we imagine ourselves in those men's shoes? Do we follow Jesus even if there is no guarantee of how things will turn out? Saint of the day, Junipero Serra, his motto was always forward, never back. Always forward, never